How much do you and Paige think about, you wanted to come here to be with her to win a bunch of national championships. You've both suffered through a lot of injuries. How much do you talk about, man, if we can get 1 year together where we're both healthy, what can we do? And how is that for you going into this season?
I think that we talked a lot about it before, when she got hurt, and we're like, oh my gosh, we're not going to play together. But now that she's been back, we haven't really talked about it. I think we've been more focused on, not wasting any time, not taking any of our time on the floor for granted. So that really hasn't been a topic. I think we've just been focused on getting good workouts in.
You mentioned consistency and being able to play consistently. What are you doing differently now in terms of trying to stay healthy and minimizing any risk of injury?
We do a lot of stuff in the weight room with Hootie, a lot of strength stuff, and then stuff just staying on top of things with Chanel, just making sure I'm doing my rehab, my prehab, like he said, like my mobility stuff, and just making sure I'm doing everything that I can control to keep myself on the floor.
Are you doing more prehab than normal?
A little bit, yeah.
Paige talked about playing with a free mind. Do you play with a free mind at this point in your college career?
I think that's something I still am working towards, kind of playing without thinking, if that makes sense. I'm an overthinker. So I guess I'm the same way, just working on like playing freely, like not worrying about a mistake, not worrying about what's going to happen, just playing.
Is that the biggest growth you've probably made here, is the mental part of your game overall? Because it probably came so easy until you got here, right?
Yes, I think so. I think that was one of the hardest adjustments, and I think I struggled with that my whole freshman year. And like looking back at my game film and watching myself, I can see like that's not the player I am, how I played. So like that's been, ever since that year ended, that was my goal, like never to play like that again. Like I gotta fix, like I'm sorry, I'm out of it today, but kind of just focusing on trying to get my mental side stronger and healthier, which is something that you can't fix in the weight room or with Janelle in the training room. It's something you got to work on your own.
I asked Paige about when she started to trust her knee again. She said it happened before she even got on the floor. But as her teammate, as somebody who's known her game really well, when did you see her oh, she's back, she trusts her knee?
I feel like that's kind of a difficult question because there's so many milestones to coming back. So first seeing her back out here. I don't even remember when it was, but I remember the first time we played pickup, and I'm like, how does she just go from playing, then getting hurt to playing again, and then getting hurt and not playing at all one season, to then having the confidence that she does on the floor, her first pickup game back. So that always amazes me. But I think still every practice, every workout, she's still getting better and more comfortable, and you just used to being on the floor again, and used to having 4 workouts in a week and all that pound on her body. So I feel like she's still coming back. I know where she was before, and her potential where she will be. But I think that, from the day she stepped foot on the court, I'm like, how does she look good already?
Before she got hurt, she placed an emphasis on becoming a stronger guard because of the physical way opponents play her. She feels like she's made strides. It was a productive year on that front despite the setback and having to focus on her ACL. But have you seen strides where, the last few years, where probably this year should be a little stronger, capable of absorbing contacts better than she would have in years past?
100%. I think she was really able to take the positive out of such a negative situation, and one of those things was her strength training. She's gotten so much stronger. So I think that, like I said, we've been working on not only lifting heavy, but then being able to apply it on the floor. So I think that's going to be a huge difference for her this year.
Is that part of her maturation too? You've known her a long time, and she hasn't always taken that stuff so seriously. Now she does.
No, yes. We talk about how we have different colors for some of the weights in there, and our freshman year, or me and my freshman year, her sophomore year, she wouldn't want to lift above a green, a 25, and now she's lifting blues, which are 45. So we kind of said how it is kind of mental, seeing the color on there, but she has come a long way in there.
When you talk about your own mental growth and how it's something you have to work on by yourself, it's not something that someone can tell you in a weight room or whatnot. What do you do to really grow that aspect of your game or your mental side?
So it's something I'm still working on.
Yeah.
I read a book last summer, and so like I'll go back and I'll reread certain chapters or things that stand out to me. um, and then I feel like just like listening to music, just like quiet time to myself. I'm working on journaling, and then I've started going to like church and AIA with Ice and Paige, and I think that's helped.
How much does your mentorship with Steph Curry like help with that aspect of learning how to really make those negative thoughts go away?
That's a resource that I should use more with this, that I don't, and now that you've said that, I think that's a sign that I should reach out.
Azzi, what was the book that you read?
Oh gosh, now I forget the title of the book.
She'll text you.
Yeah, it's right next to my bed too. I forget the title.
When Paige steps on the court, can people tell how much you missed it?
Yes.
So you can sense that?
Oh, 100%. Because, I mean, maybe it's just like we missed her, so like we all appreciate having her back, but you can just like feel like how happy she is to be back, and then like after practice, like she gets yelled at, she does something, and like she's not even mad. I forget what she said to coach, but like she's not even mad about it because like she's on the floor, or, like she's grateful to be able to turn the ball over and miss a shot rather than having to sit on the side.
We all know what the goal of our school is. What's the sense of urgency in doing it this year? And is there pressure, or is it that sense of just being grateful to be out there and be able to play, or is it a combination of everything? And how do you balance that, knowing what the fans' expectations are?
I think it's a balance of everything. Like I said, I mean, this team, this program has been through so much this last few years with injuries and, not taking playing for granted, but we're not just grateful to be out here. Like, it's not like, oh, like I'm just happy to play. Like we still have a goal in mind. We still have something we're looking forward to reach for, expectations. So, I mean, I think that's always in the back of everyone's mind. It's kind of like the unspoken thing, but I mean, we've been working really hard everywhere, weight room, training room, on the floor. So, I mean, like I said, it's that unspoken thing.
Have you seen enough from Paige to know that her greatness from that first full season is going to come back and that fans are going to see that level of basketball or better?
I mean, I think that's just who Paige Bueckers is. Like, she is one of those one-of-a-kind players where you don't see what she has in other players. Like, it's just special. So, I have no doubts in my mind that she's going to be amazing this season.
Hey, I know you're going to reach out to Steph now, but do you tap into the coaching staff? Because talk about mentally tough. Gino likes to play the games. How much have they helped you in that aspect of it?
I mean, they're a great resource. I feel like every coach brings something different. So, like, depending on what I need, I can go talk to Morgan, I can talk to Tanya, Jamel. So I am very grateful for everyone up there. Even the support staff, they're great resources to talk to as well.
Best piece of advice you've gotten from them off the top of your head? I know you said you're out of it today, but...
Oh, gosh. I can't think of something specific, but Morgan will send me texts like every once in a while, whether it's before workouts, after workouts, and she'll just like little reminders like great work today, like keep doing this, or like just like little advice things, and I think that's really helpful.